So, I'm Suzanne Tidkmeyer, formerly of No Longer Quivering, now just of my own self. As you can see, I'm a hot mess today because I am sick, sick, sick. But I had to break this to come on to say long enough. I listened to Katie Joy's post-lawsuit settlement statement, so you don't have to. And here's the only thing you really need to know. Besides all the smiling and pretending that everything is all A-OK, she threw Clark Swanson under the bus. Apparently, she told Salty and Tati everything they wanted to know about Swanson to be used in the Clark Swanson. Hey, Cheryl, the Clark Swanson versus Tati Westbrook and Halo Beauty lawsuit, the big one that's asking for a lot more money than this piddly little thing was asking for. So I yeah, I was manipulated. That is the biggest bunch of BS. She, oh, Pearl Girl, we all saw that coming. We knew that she was going to throw Swanson under the bus and that Tati, hey, getting on the case, Tati was fishing for help putting down the Swanson lawsuit. That's really what this all boils down to. It's all about Clark Swanson. You know, it's funny. Every single time on my channel, I say, I'm taking down all these videos. I'm not paying any attention to what this crazy woman's doing. Guess what happens? She takes it up a few dozen, 100,000 notches, and I have to comment on this. She was gloating. I can honestly say I saw this coming. I've been saying for a while now that I thought that this was related to Tati wanting her to give a statement against Swanson, and that's exactly what it was. She claimed to have been manipulated and fed information from Swanson. She's not a journalist. She never will be. But here's the interesting thing. Thanks, Melanie. Here's the interesting thing. We don't know what's going to happen with this. Oh, my electricity's flickering. I hope I don't lose power. If I do, then I will see you guys later. But here's the interesting thing. Nobody knows what's going to happen with the lawsuit. Swanson may file against her for all we know, for throwing him under the bus. Who knows what's going to happen when she's called? Will Swanson call out hacker hordes against her? There are a lot of things that could happen, and she's up there being Miss Pollyanna and gloating like she's won the Kentucky Derby all by herself and made a zillion bucks. I don't know. I don't know what happened to Jeffree Star and James Charles. I don't follow the beauty community, so that's not something that I actually even look at. I hear it when other people say it, but I don't go looking for it. I don't know where they are in this whole thing. But I suspect as the Swanson lawsuit grinds on, we're about to see a whole lot more ridiculousness. Yes, Franny, it is on her YouTube account. Thankfully, it's not long. It's like 3 or 4 minutes. Most of it is her gloating about how it's over and how happy she is. And it's sunshine outside. Get out and see the sunshine. Bitch, I'm sick. I'm not getting out to see the sunshine today. Just how wonderful life is. I didn't know Tati before KJ either, Aaron O'Kelly. I had no idea. Like I said, I've been buying my makeup from the same makeup counter for years, which is probably my bad. I try to do with Clinique and those types of makeup, sometimes Chanel. So I don't really follow the beauty bloggers. Kitten, I didn't notice, but I did notice she looked particularly pasty. He was in Iraq recently. Broke his back. Oh my goodness. I had no idea. Yeah, completely disingenuous. Completely. Actually, that's why I came in here. I figured that enough people weren't going to watch her that I could just tell you guys she threw Swanson under the bus. She said that he fed her the information along with other people, other creators, other sources. I'm sorry, not creators, and gave her the information and pushed her to release it. Now, I don't know how true that is. I know for a fact because she told me that he was giving her information back. Oh, yeah, she mentioned him by name, Aaron O'Kelly. She did mention him by name at the very end. I didn't know all of this. I didn't know he was giving her information because she had told me back when we were still talking that she was talking. She had talked to him a number of times. And I figured that that was the source of the information. That's like the only place it could have been the source of the information. This could backfire on her, in my humble opinion. Dennis Reddy, you are right. Swanson does not seem like he's a nice guy, allegedly. That's what I'm thinking. I'm looking at all these hackers. I'm looking at all the insanity of the original lawsuit that I believe that Swanson also had a hand in that. I don't know what type of role. That's never going to come out apparently until, like, who knows. I've been keeping track of this whole damn thing for almost a year now. I have to go back and read and reread and remind myself of how insane this has all gotten over and over again. Oh, so who knows? She didn't mention him at the end. And I don't know who her other sources are, but I suspect she's going to try to throw some of her enemies under the bus. And she's going to make some allegations like she was told over the phone, all kinds of, my electric. I don't like this. My electric is going on and off and on and off. I'm going to get back in that bed is what I'm going to do. But I have to, yeah, he has the money to keep her locked up in lawsuits for years, Aaron. I would not go against him. I would have maybe said no comment, but then again, I would have folded on the second set of cease and desist. I would have folded right then. That's just me. I know I have a better sense of when you need to fold than she does, obviously. And he does have the money. I think he was funding her for this lawsuit, is my opinion. I don't know how true that is. It's just my gut feeling that he was funding a lot of this garbage. Well, Kitty on the Keys, I had thought about it. I just wasn't sure. It was pretty obvious that somebody had hired on the dark web a hat shack over in Russia. When I started running IP addresses to a lot of the crap I was getting, and they were popping up to a handful of places that were known hackers in Eastern Europe and Russia. So I always felt like that was more of a sophisticated level than something that Katie herself was part of. I felt like that was pure Swanson, or maybe even Todd, because he did work in IT, but I don't know how skilled he is with that either. I don't know. I don't know how skilled Todd is, and I would hate to have to say, yeah, that Todd is a genius at masking IP addresses and stuff. He worked there. That doesn't mean he actually has any knowledge of that stuff. So I wouldn't entirely lay all of this at Katie's feet. I think that it's somebody else, somebody with deep pockets, somebody who had an interest in keeping Tati tied up with this crap for a very long time. Dinner's ready. I just ate dinner. I ate dinner early here because I was just starving. Don't ever have a bowl of ice cream on an empty stomach. I learned that. You just make yourself a whole lot more hungry. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go, but this is frustrating. I'm so happy it's at an end. As far as the Tati goes, I know that in about an hour, Emily D. Baker is going to have her live stream. So I'm going to try to rest for the next hour so I can get up and listen. Or at least I'm going to be hauling my laptop to the bed over there so I can listen. I'm very curious to hear what Emily's take is on this, because I haven't seen anything from Tati or from Saltsy about this all going down. Oh, yes, Aaron, it's perfect ice cream weather. Manipulated. Manipulated is her way of saying, I did it because I really like the gossip aspect of it. She really loves getting, in fact, it's really funny. I discovered today exactly who her source is on the Gwen Shamblin Lara thing, and I was kind of blown away. It is a legitimate source, kinda, but it's a legitimate source that has its own legal problems. Isn't it curious that people who are having legal problems seem to contact her and sing like a bird? I think it's curious. This is why when someone contacts you with information, you have to at least verify some of the information that they told you and verify who they are. Oh, she really hated Tati, so she's willing to believe anything. You were right, Aaron. I think that she just wanted to take Tati down. Tati is successful. Tati is a lot classier than her. I'm just going to come right out and say it. She is everything that Katie would like to be. I think that was the crux of her lies against Tati. So when someone came along with gossip to give her about Tati, she was more than happy to believe it. This is why you don't believe the crap that everybody whispers in your ears. If I believed everything everyone told me, I wouldn't get anything done. Tati is very beautiful. She really is. I look at her sometimes when I've looked at her on the different videos and pictures of her. I'm just like, wow, she is really stunning. Even without a lick of makeup on, she is a stunning, beautiful woman. I don't know. She really is. She's just gorgeous. So, you guys, it's Friday afternoon. I'm going to go rest so I can watch Emily. I recommend everybody watching Emily. I guess in about an hour's time, Emily's going to do a live and she's going to talk about the closure of the case. So, we're not going to have to take that road trip to Minnesota anymore, apparently, except maybe if there's another lawsuit, which I would not rule out anything at this point. Love you guys. Have a great Friday evening.